Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at whether you should be summoning for the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or the Hit and the Goku that have come to DB Legends. Now, we have two new banners for part 2, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth and Super Saiyan God Goku and Hit, and these accompany the banners for Gogeta and Janemba respectively. If we take a look at Gohan and Gohan's banner, and then we take a look at Hit and Goku's banner, I think off the banner units, not talking about the featured units, but off the banner units, I personally think that the Hit and Goku banner is better. Firstly, I think you get more of a compact team. You have more universe rep characters there that kind of suit that Hit and Goku character a lot more. You have Vegeta, who just got his new plat, or unique equip I should say, that obviously helps him out. SS3 GT Goku is very good and is nice to come back for people who are running GT team. And then you have Blue UI Goku, who's still pretty solid with that passive kind of UI gameplay. And then you also have a great Zenkai option in the form of Android 17. I also think the support in Belmont is a better support for the Hit and Goku unit, more so than the support Vegeta is, because support Vegeta is conditioned on the opponent having an Android character, whereas Belmont just requires you to have a universe rep team, which is a lot easier to kind of hit all the briefs on. So talking about the units though, I think Gohan is the better unit. In fact, I think Gohan is probably the best unit out of all four so far. I think it's a bit of a debate. I think the units in part 1 were underrated a little bit, very good units, but they built up over time. Gohan already is a revive unit. We know how powerful revives are in DB Legends, letting you soak things like rising rushes, big ultimate arts, big special moves. It's always very important that those abilities and the ability to soak them is very good. So that revive mechanic already is quite clutch. But then Gohan does a lot on his own as well. He has solid stats, your standard kind of Legends Limited stats nowadays, 300 plus damage, 230 plus guard. He gains more depending on Son family or Hybrid Saiyan, which is very easy to kind of fit in. If you look at his passives, he has cover change, destroying 2 enemy cards, and at the end of the enemy's attack, he'll increase their arts cost, and also he nullifies received element disadvantage when switching in. So he's quite tanky when switched in. He's got a lot of sub count reduction. He loses sub count when the opponent uses a Rising Rush or ultimate move. He loses sub count when you've got a Hybrid Saiyan on the team. And his unique gauge is pretty good, but what's great about his unique gauge is the huge power it gives to his special arts. See, his unique gauge gives the special arts a 100% vanishing gauge refresh 2 times, a nullification of elemental disadvantage, and reduction of enemy ki 100 2 times. But this triggers for both pre and post revival. So you actually get 4 instances of this crazy special art augmentation, which is pretty nuts, because the special art also works with, or the special move arts also works with his extra card arts, his green card. So he basically pretty much kind of gets, the ability to, once his unique procs, hit his green, which is quite easy to do. It's an on-hit effect card. And then also allows him to draw another special, which is pretty crazy. And then post-revive, he just gets this huge kind of stat boost, massive kind of boost up in terms of stats. He obviously revives, giving you more health. He also gives a reduction to enemy health restoration, which is really good. More reduction to enemy ki. And he does even more damage on a special. So Gohan is, for me, probably the best out of the 4 Legends Limited released so far. Goku and Hit are a bit more standard tag character, but very good still, of course. But I think they know that their team is maybe a bit better, or they obviously, as a unit, maybe have a better banner, I don't know. But they're good. I mean, they are good. Goku's red, Hit is purple. Very understandable, considering the transformations they're in. They kind of have your standard switch mechanic, health up, ki up, damage up, etc. Protect ki, which is nice. They also have similar starting base stats, 300% damage, 235% damage guard. What I do like is they are a little bit more team orientated. So Goku, for example, he reduces enemy ki, but he also provides a little bit of reduction to ally subcounts, cancelling of enemy buffs, nullification of elemental disadvantage, and then when their activation gauge hits, they don't get such a big augmentation like Gohan does, but they do draw special arts, do get damage up, and they do get Dragon Balls, which is nice because it allows them to really control the flow of the Rise and Rush. Goku's green is more a support-based green, giving ally health, which is really cool, and also obviously decreasing the next combo damage. And they do have damage pen on their ultimate arts, which is pretty nice. Hit is a little bit of the slight inverse to Goku. A little bit more crit damage, a little bit more damage centric. His green, for example, reduces the enemy's health restoration instead of obviously giving your team health, for example. But they're very similar in kit. They're Dragon Ball augmentation, switchability gauge, that temp gauge switch, and then it goes up with special moves. So they're a lot more simple, but a good unit. You do your standard kind of combo chaining with the switching and between the two units, the key up, the comboing, very good stuff. I think for me, I'd go Gohan.